Hello! I guess we will start by wandering over to the Living with Biters save for a minute, so people can get a good look at everything dying and exploding and such. Let's see. We will load it up at the end of episode 99. Once I can find it in my millions of Factorio saves. Here we are. Bring it up. There's all the various things that have been changed. A lot of items that have been just modified. I think it's mainly names this time around. Well, these different things. They've just renamed all the stuff. So, a whole big menu of that. But anyway, here we are. Everything's fine. It's all normal. Oh wait, no, there's a splitter under attack. Oh, it's exploded. Oh no, let's go over and inspect and see what's happened. Oh, now there's two belts being attacked as well. And now one of those has been destroyed. Now there's 4 belts under attack. 5 belts, 3 objects destroyed. Suddenly explosions everywhere. 7, 8 objects destroyed. 11 under attack. 10 destroyed. Oh god. It's all falling apart. They're just starting to attack all the random little bits of the factory. Alarms cropping up everywhere. There's 17 things been destroyed now. Explosions everywhere. Usually when you, like, with 0.13 you can now click on an explosion, it takes you to where it is, but they're everywhere. They're just tearing into the wall. They really seem to have a thing for belts, though. It's all belts they're blowing up. All over the factory. 20 objects destroyed. And it's getting to the point now where the initial destroyed objects will go off the alert. But there are still more things coming onto the alert than going off it. So there's now 30... 35. Hanging around there, increasing a little bit. 40. You see, now might be the time to activate the defenses. They're only half here. I only have them on this bit. None of it's loaded. It'd take like an hour to actually get this ready to fire, at least. By which time it would have been torn apart from the inside. 50 objects destroyed for a moment, I think, there. It's perhaps evening out there. I can't start the war, it's not ready. I had this whole plan, right? Episode 100, what I was going to do, this stream was going to be the Living with Biters episode 100 special. The idea was that I would isolate one section of the base, the main section over here that has like the science production and the main part of the power. I was going to isolate it, set up the defenses within that, and activate them. So the idea was that I would have a sort of test run of defending a smaller area and see how it went. And that was what I was going to do today. And then I loaded it up to do the stream announcement, and everything just started exploding. 60 items destroyed in the last however long it takes for an alert to disappear. 67 for a second there. Walls, power poles. It's all falling apart. The factory cannot continue to survive in this way. All the bots are active, I think. Not all of them, but a fair chunk are just constantly running around trying to fix things. So yeah, the course of action is clear. What I need to do is keep Living with Biters in 0.12. Set up everything there, have however many more episodes it takes, and then once it's actually all ready, I will switch to 0.13 at the same time as I activate the defenses. So that means I will be able to then quickly build a flamethrower. Actually, no, I won't even need to build one, I'll have one, but my flamethrower will suddenly become really useful. And so alongside all the other combat that'll be going on, I can maybe quickly plonk down some flamethrower turrets. Actually, it takes time to craft those. I'll not manage that, unfortunately. But I can quickly run to the walls and just set all the forests on fire, and use those in the initial strike. So there's been a whole new aspect has now been added. I was hoping I could use flamethrower turrets to help with the defenses, but we'll have to go without those because they require us to die in the meantime. I mean, what I could do is like have it in 0.13 for like 10 minutes while I set up some quick flamethrower stuff, and as soon as that's in place, activate everything then. But there's a danger that in the meantime the biters will blow up some important power poles and completely shut down the factory, so that I like flick the switch and nothing actually happens or whatever. Oh, of course, the power switches. I'll have to put the and the circuit conditions. I was going to use them. Oh god, maybe, I mean this might be considered a bug which is fixed in like a coming patch. That's the thing, no one else does these saves, so I'm the only one who would notice a bug like this. I was I think the sole guy who reported, like, the original bug. The bug with, like, over a year ago now, the bug that meant that in peaceful mode biters would still attack. I was the only one who tried this, and the only one who posted a bug report about it, and the moment it was fixed, I started this series. And I've been doing it ever since. And now it's been broken again. So we will have to see. In the meantime, I'll stick to 0.12. If they manage to patch it, then I can update and make use of the cool new stuff. Yes, before I exit this game today, I should open fire and see what happens. I knew you would say that. I will make it so. I have a particular plan for it, because we do have half of our defences in place. We don't have any of the internal stuff. We have the external walls. So that's something. Let me grab... I'm just going to make a bunch of substations. It's sort of calming down now, actually. It's down to 30 items per, like, 10 seconds. Whatever. Just everywhere. Loads of alarms for, like, the bots to go and repair stuff. The power is still operational here. Maybe not everywhere, but it's not, like, completely shut down or anything. Just yoink some of those. I could burn it all. I have the flamethrower. If I go up to our oil outpost, we have the flamethrower ammo. My power suit is not so great though. We might struggle in that respect. What I'm going to do is start swapping in shields, because you sort of need them with fire. My poor, like, personal bots are constantly, like, running off to try and fix things, and then I'm just wandering off without them. It annoys me that they hop out and then they have to grab the item from you, so if you're walking and they can't keep up with you, then they just hop out and then get left behind and don't even pick up the item they were trying to get from you. Right, there's our flamethrower ammo. I can't reach it from here. I should have considered that when I originally built this. Oops. Let's just grab all of it. We want lots of flames. Much flames. I don't care about letting biters into the factory anymore. They'll get in either way. This is not on a server at the moment. I mean, that's one thing I could try. I could try setting this game up as a server and then just have like 20 people join. And with our combined firepower, we'd have a better chance of surviving. But then that can go wrong in many ways. Plastic line's broken. Boats don't have time to fix it. Trying to deliver a bunch of iron. I do have my tank. Keep that in mind. That I have my good old tank right there. Oh, okay. 100 objects just got destroyed. What just happened? Why did that just happen? Why have we suddenly reached this new level of destruction? I imagine that's what's happened is the biters have just picked a new colonization spot and have just annihilated everywhere in that spot. I can't even tell where it is because of all the other explosions. but I think that is them building a new base. That's interesting. I don't have destroyer drones, I couldn't invent those, but I do have distractor capsules, which are they're just as powerful, they just don't move. Which is what I'm coming over here to grab. Let's just grab all of those. Thing is, if I was to load these, I would have to do it all manually. By the time I'd done like 10 of them, it would be too late. I think I might just plonk down a bunch of laser turrets and have at it. I'm just going to come down here because there seems to be a lot of activity over here. I'm worried about the power production. And this seems to be okay, I think. Because we don't want to lose our steam engines exactly. Power production is currently fine. The steam engines seem to be practically irrelevant to the situation, which is good. We need plenty of spare power. We're definitely going to need that in the coming minutes. Oh, the coal lines have been cut. That's always a good thing. Let me just see if I can fix this. Maybe. I'll just do it manually. Can't rely on the bots for this. We sort of need that to keep going. There's still I don't know why the numbers just suddenly went up massively. Like we reached some new level of biter destruction. Where have all our radar coverage is all gone? Interestingly. Have they actively gone and destroyed all the radars? 100 objects destroyed? That's the thing, I haven't started the war. They have. I wasn't ready, there's nothing I can do. I mean, it's not even a full-scale war, this is just like a revolt. If it was a full-scale war, I would be dead by now. The whole factory would be dead by now. This is just them, like, attacking random strategic locations. Because they're angry. They're not actually actively trying to kill me. Just make a point. And they're making it very well. Really focusing on belts, though, which is nice. They've got something against them. Probably because they keep getting pushed around by them. I imagine that's basically the reason. One good thing with landfill is that I could just, like, build an island here and just, like, live on that, forget everything else, abandon the factory as it slowly explodes, stockpile resources there and fight my way out when the time comes. I updated to 0.13, that's all I did. And this happened. The copper supply is dead. In multiple places, actually. That's not getting fixed. Alright, shall we commence some form of war? I'm just going to plonk a bunch of substations around the place. That should help the situation. I should probably fit myself with another shield. In fact, forget the personal overport. We don't need it. More shields. Yeah, so I will come back to this in, like, I'll revert back to 0.12 and continue this properly. But in the meantime, we can mess about. And just try taking pot shots at the biters. And see how they respond. 90 items destroyed in like the past 10 seconds. It's terrible. There we go, we've got the whole place wired. That'll help. What's going on? What's going on is that the 0.13 update has changed the biter AI and they're now wrecking the entire factory. I'll revert to 0.12 to do a proper continuation of the series later, but in the meantime, we might as well go for broke and just, like, attempt to do some damage to these things. I mean, if I even place down one of these laser turrets, I'm just going to get shot by these worms and die. Hold on, I'm just gonna shut down the power and do it that way. It's gonna cause even more trouble. There's worms over here too. I can't even go over here and not be killed. Right, we'll cut that there. Something down here needs cutting, I guess. Well, there's a power pole down here. I think that's responsible. We can probably just cut this one here. There we go. Shut down the factory. Now I can place laser turrets without immediately being killed. Everything will be fire, yes. All shall be consumed by flames. So yeah, there's no power supply here now, that's fine. I can just start plonking these down. They'll break the power system when they fire. But the hope is they will kill some biters first. It's something of a trial run at least. We'll have an idea of the power drain of these things and the damage they're capable of. Hopefully they'll not blow up too many of them. They are killing a substation somewhere right now. Or I should say they have killed. This is a done deal. Up inside. Just fill the core of the main factory with them. Get it behind some walls, that'll help. Even though the biters are currently breaking through said walls. Gonna give myself another shield. There we go. And forget the batteries, they're not working. More solar panels. We'll keep one battery, actually. We might be back. I didn't even press anything. I just looked over a chat, everyone's like, no, the stream's died. And then I couldn't click on anything for a second, and then it rebooted itself, and now we're streaming again, I think. I don't know why that happened. I'm very confused. I don't know how long the stream was down for there. I don't know how much you missed. I was just absorbed in building millions of laser turrets, which I have now done. There are indeed some biters in my factory, yes. There are many hundreds, quite possibly, of biters in my factory. They've systematically annihilated every belt I have. And now they're attacking the walls. They are tearing their way into the science facility. At record speed. Yeah, so anyway, everything's broken. This is not canon. None of this ultimately matters. It's just, seeing as everything's broken, I feel like blowing up everything just to see what happens. I've not even bothered going over there. I've just defended this bit. I'm just blowing up this one base. It's all I'm capable of. I've got a bunch of distractor capsules. And I've got a flamethrower. I'm gonna need it. So, rejig the ammo there to make some more sense. Why didn't I have a shotgun? Why? Okay, because we don't have the best shotgun ammo, so I never bothered with it. This is gonna go so horribly wrong. But let's give it a shot. I'm gonna wander over to inside here for some small degree of protection from the angry biters. Alright, if I plonk this down, everything connects, and all hell breaks loose. I think the stream is live right now, so we're okay to do that. So, 3, 2, 1, kaboom! And it begins, laser turrets firing, doing a terrible job. The power supply is just gone. They are blowing up bases though, that is a fair bit of destruction. That's not too bad. The laser turrets seem to have done a decent job of taking hold of this area. They're currently, yep, they've killed all the worms. They did it! They took the base! I can't even pick up the alien artifacts. They've got so much random stuff. I'm just going to dump some of these walls or whatever. I can't even It's like the keys weren't working. I did it with the mouse. Give me these quickly. I can maybe make a power suit with them. I'm not really that prepared for it. I don't even have the science. I could make this one. I don't even have the electric engines. I didn't do this well. But we have managed to seal off this particular area of the factory surprisingly effectively. We have taken control of this area. All my bots are now just wandering off that way and being killed, but okay. Oops, suddenly a whole bunch of repair bots have turned up to fix the laser turrets. We are lagging like crazy, but actually this isn't going too bad. We've annihilated this base. I mean, that one there is causing horrific destruction. But I was expecting much more rapid death. I now have 400 alarms active. Most of them are bots, though. The defensive wall is being annihilated. Some laser turrets have fallen. It'll be fine. I mean, I'll die. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, there we are. They're destroying the factory over there. I sort of can't get to them, because I'll die. How do I get to... I need a substation. I will quickly attempt to craft some. With what meager resources I have available. I've got to be careful not to actually get shot by the worms. I got shot by the worms. Kill the worms! Quickly! Yes, this is good. Making progress. Alarm count holding between 350 and 400. More being shot by worms. More laser turrets. Oh, behemoths have spawned! Here they are! They've arrived, and now they're wrecking everything. I knew this was going to happen, because, like, killing bases is the best way to... Oh, the power's gone. They blew up that one power pole I had. Hold on. I can stick one in over here. Power is maybe operational again. It doesn't seem to work, that. Crap. Need to get over here. There's biters over here. I'm just going to ignore them. I've got more important things to do. Give me the... Connect. There, is that worked? Do we have power now? I can't tell. Oh yeah, the laser turrets are operating. Maybe we already had a connection. Yeah, there's just spiders around here. There's not much I can do about them. Right, let's start burning things. Because I have the flamethrower now, and that will definitely help. Oh, that's a lot of death that I'm currently suffering from. Okay, they are starting to encroach. I think we've lost a lot of our power production. Actually, yes, of course we have. It's nighttime. This was going to happen. They're moving in now. The laser turrets can no longer defend against them. Alarms are now down to 100, though. Oh, hello, there's a behemoth. I'll just set him on fire. They'll ultimately deal with him. Gonna run in here, try and just burn everything. And then fall back. Fall back! Fall back! Ow, ow, ow! That's bad. That's very bad. Hold on, distractor capsules. Emergency solution. Spam distractors everywhere. Distract them so I don't die. Break into the factory and hide. This is sort of the last option. When all else fails, just start spamming these down. Hoping I survive. Do I have any fish handy? I can actually do with some fish right now to heal up. Because it's nighttime, my solar-powered suit can't regenerate. The laser turrets seem to be doing okay, actually. Probably because most of them have been destroyed at this point, so they've got a lot... Like, each individual turret has a lot more power available to it. Oh no, those aren't the laser turrets, those are the distractors, I see. There's a lot over there. I've sort of been ignoring that side of the factory. Eat the fish. I don't think I have any fish. Oh no, I do have fish. There we go. Right, that's saved me... I'm going to live like 2 seconds longer now. That's nice. Continue with this. Burn a bit, if I can even get close enough to burn them. I don't care about the factory. The factory doesn't matter. The factory's already dead. Oh, they're moving in the circuit area. I'll burn that too. Oh, it's happening again. I'm under attack. Burn them. And we're dead. There we go. 'Twas inevitable. So yeah, 0.13, as it turns out, makes the biters a lot more aggressive. For this reason, we'll have to continue the series in 0.12. So that we can actually get properly prepared and actually kill them. We did take out that base though, that base that we actually rigged with laser turrets, they worked. We probably even put too many in. So that is a good sign. If we can keep it, if we have enough power to like supply like 10 times that many laser turrets, then we might be okay. Definitely need more steam engines though, because as soon as night fell, I was doomed. Everything shut down, the biters moved in, not even millions of distractor capsules could save me, and the flames and everything. Yeah, it's sort of doomed there. So yeah, enough of that. That was me just like showing off the insanity that had happened with biters. I will momentarily go over to a nice train for you to watch while I set up something else. 50 minutes of server crashing later. Alright, this is much better. Oh, it's glorious. We can move. Alright, let's get on with building a factory then. Better this time. I imagine Pyrodesu is still listening to the stream. So he will hear my slightly lagged response. Oh, I need a pickaxe. There we go, it's working. Oh, not two, not two, not two! I don't want to make two! Oh, I made 2 pickaxes. Who should join? Good question. Well, we know that Samram de Best didn't lag that server that I was in before. So perhaps he could come along? He's a long-time subscriber. I do have a spare pick, yes, I accidentally made a second one. There you go, I think. There's a way of, like, giving them to a player like they're a chest, but I can't seem to do it, so... I can't drop it at all. How do I even do this? Drop. There we go. I was pressing F instead of Z like an idiot. There we go. Right, I have some wood. I can get the smelting operational. Control click. I think I tried that and it didn't work. With playing the experimental build, absolutely. It's great and there are very few bugs. The Factorio developers have very high standards, so beyond like the first couple of updates, you can expect the game to be extremely stable. Is Samram de Best actually here? I don't even know. He might have gone. We're gonna have Paper Plane join. He's also a long-time viewer. Going off names I recognize seems like a nice way of doing it. People I know I've been watching for a long time. There we go, we've got some iron and some copper. See about getting coal operational. I need slightly more iron. The second miner. That is not... Whoops, no, no. I keep crafting the wrong thing, and it's not even anything to do with lag, it's just me being an idiot and pressing the wrong button. That one. That is very noble of you, Samram de Best, to decide not to join because you're concerned about lagging and such. So yeah, okay, let's have Paper Plane join. He's been a viewer for a long time. Oh, his Steam just died. Oh dear. Hopefully that's not a Wi-Fi based issue. We have some stone. Oh, there's some over there. That's alright, but the main issue is iron. We've got to immediately, like, go forth into the wilderness to get our iron supply. That's a little bit worrying. Hope this has run out. I'll grab some coal. I'm not sure about voice chat. I'd have to set up more stuff for that. There's always a bit of a danger with having, like, random people on voice chat. It might turn out they're extremely rude or whatever. It can end up being awkward. So I generally sort of avoid that unless they're a YouTuber and I know them. Of course, Steam has chat stuff. I know, maybe something to try in future. Like, I think what I'm going to do, like, following today, is probably set up a Steam group. So we can start properly organising these things rather than having to mess about. So is Paper Plane currently being sent the password, or is he still not available yet? Everything's running out, I'm not paying attention. Get the iron going again. At least try and set up some extra mining here too. Apparently, Paper Plane has sent a friend request. You have a question, Ethan Coy? Hello, Dat Gamer. You joined at a good time. We've managed to get things operational. Basically by limiting massively who can actually join a stream. A server. I know words. There we go. Ooh, wow, 44 coal. I will spread this a little bit more. Start scaling up the production. Production is fine for the moment. That base will probably have to be dealt with relatively soon because it's quite close to all of the iron that exists. Ah, we're getting some power operational. Excellent. I think I'll continue scaling up the iron production. It took an hour. Well, I tried joining many different servers. I tried hosting a server. I discovered that I still have the old problem of not being able to connect to multiple people at once. So I can't host a server, but I can join other servers. I don't know what it is, because we've tried, like, with the Amass guys, we tried solving this and we could never work out what was wrong. As far as we could tell, all my settings were exactly the same as everyone else's. In terms of it, but for whatever reason, like, my internet connection just doesn't agree with multiple people. And it never has. There we go. I'll always leave a bit of iron behind so I'm not completely hogging all of it. It's the best way to do it. You've got to have that multiplayer etiquette. You don't use up all of the iron constantly so no one else can use it. Hello. We have a visitor. Dragon Killer 1777. Is that Paper Plane? I'm guessing that is, because I don't know how else he would have got in. It appears so. Hello. I will continue adding more miners. Wait, I already have one. I'm not paying attention. You can perhaps change your name on the fly. I think if you go into your options, you'll be able to just, like, modify it right now and change it to whatever you want. Like Paper Plane or whatever. Yeah, for the moment the server limit is 3, just because we were worried about horrific destruction at the hands of millions of people trying to join. Oh, the name didn't change. It might require like a restart or whatever, so that's fine. I know your Paper Plane. I can keep track. There's only 3 of us here. So yeah, no one else can join. The limit is 3. Will there be a KSP stream? At some point I'll probably do another one, yeah. I don't play that game enough. We'll probably start switching this to Steam actually. Oh, this is unpowered. I will stick a single piece of wood in and that'll get something operational. I'll grab some coal from over here so we can start actually getting this running. Make some belts. Oh, one of the things with multiplayer. I guess it's more of a thing with streaming as well, because then there's a lag as well, so I can't be like, I'm making belts. I mean, they're belts. I'll be using them, so it's not a problem. We'll probably start belting over from here right now, actually. Yeah, in future, once things have been worked out better, we can get, like, better servers. And better, like, controls for those servers. And be in a better position to have larger scale multiplayer stuff. It would be very cool to just have, like, a 24/7 Factorio server running or whatever. The problem with that sort of thing is you start suffering from griefing and stuff. Any old guy could wander in. Try setting up a miner. I don't have any copper right now. And neither does this because we don't have any smelting, so I will get that running. And soon we can get a science lab. Oh god, everything's running out of coal. We don't have enough. I need 4.5 copper to make a mining drill. Oh, and I also need the iron for it. I'd missed that. There we go. Ah, he's making the burner miner chain. It's a good strategy. It makes the end burner last for years, basically. For those who want to join, the current situation is that you can't. It is limited to 3 and there are 3 of us here, so no one else can join. So there's no point asking in the first place, I'm afraid. In future, we will get better streaming, better server stuff. I just think streams and servers are the same thing in my head, apparently. We'll get better infrastructure in place to have larger scale servers that multiple people can join. I'm sorry, Paper. I was just trying to get I just want to get this one electric one in place. So we're covered in that respect. I'll be fine. Slightly messy. That's one thing about Factorio. It's more of a single-player game. And the problem with multiplayer is that everyone has a different idea about how to build the factory. So you can end up with confusion in that way. But there are also, like, good ways that it works. And I'll try making a science lab and start getting some research running. Hopefully I've announced that in time that they'll know. They're working on the iron at the moment. Speaking of, I need some. Take a minute to make this anyway. There we go. Let's plonk it down there, whatever. I don't have any coal handy. They're working on the fueling. So I need, I guess, 20 iron. And I'll pick some science. I think we will go for automation, the standard start. Sometimes people go for logistics instead. What was everyone saying? Different planets and minerals. Well, there are plenty of mods for that sort of thing. Well, now I'm out of copper. Now they're sorting out coal fueling. We were saying use Discord for talking. They've said that before. I have no idea how it works. I've never used it. I'll have to look into it. But plenty of people seem to be in favour of it. I'm sorry, Paper. We'll do it next time. We'll get this far and then we'll work on improving it in future, I think. Because there's also the things like audio levels and stuff. If it's all set wrong, then you join up and then blow everyone's ears out and stuff like that. So something I'd prefer to like set up before I did one of these streams or whatever. I mean, then again, people will want to be joining midway through, so... Yeah, I'll make a Steam group, we'll set up some sort of voice chat based thing, and then we can work that sort of stuff out. Probably before we start. Right, 2 more science packs and we're good. Once we have a good server running, open it to the entire stream chat. We already did that, essentially. Well, it wasn't necessarily a good server. Well, Pyrodisu's was. Some people with just the worst internet in the world tried joining, and it didn't go so great. We can move on to logistics. Now, the iron mine from 1 electric miner is enough to feed 2... furnaces, so we can work on that. I probably want to set up like a proper furnace array soon. I'll see about getting some stone for that. I feel like just like mining all the little rocks around. Because now we can do that, that's like super useful. So I've already been doing that, so I have to go a bit further afield to find them now. It's so nice that now these things have gone to being massively useful, instead of just a complete pain. Here we go, they're setting it up. I would say take off the top two and then there's room to bring the other minor belts in. I'll plonk down a couple more. Put these like this. I need to get a bit of copper so I could make some inserters and stuff. I see, already had copper, it was iron I needed. You always need iron. 'Tis the rule. For the moment, maybe I'll set up burner inserters. Actually, we brought the power over here, it doesn't matter. There we go. Oops. Preempting me. I can probably leave them to it, really. And go, like, work on a different thing. Like, more science. Ah, but I need iron for it. Curses. The eternal struggle. Experimenting with the 0.13 world gen. And minimal resources. I prefer, what I do is I make them like widely spread, but then quite rich when you find them. So the idea is that you have to build like big railway networks extending out to the deposits. I'll try and build an assembler maybe. Does take 22 iron though, and we're currently in the process of like working on this iron. I'll help along with this because they're probably struggling to like make all the belts and stuff. I'll get some inserters. But now I'm out of iron again. There we go. And we'll probably get like 4 miners, so it'll be 8 furnaces. I'll power up these 2 on this side. Well, and then 2 more. And here we go. Oh, but they've got different inserter placing styles. No, I must match. It can't be asymmetrical. I can start setting up the outputs over here. And 2 more. I don't know how much Factorio experience these guys have. I think Pyrodisu may have never actually played before. So that could be interesting. He seems to be doing fine. I think I can start hoovering things up now. Make a big transport belt right down the corner of the map, you're saying? Because this isn't like a limited map. If I keep walking... Oh, you played the demo. That makes sense. If you keep walking, you scan more area. There's not an actual corner. Unless you made a limited map, but usually people don't bother with that. Even though it makes a fair bit of sense, really, because there's a certain distance you're never going to actually get to. I imagine plenty of watching me helps. Right, these ones on the end... Oh, I see you're moving it down, okay. Symmetry must be preserved. And we should only need 8 as it stands, I think. And we could try cramming on more mining drills, which would be a terrible idea, because we're going to be struggling with how little there is here. Stupid lakes spawning over the top of our starting deposits. Ruining everything. Send it that. What I'll do is I'll send it this way, swing it around here, and probably mess up whatever they were trying to do, and do that. And that should be fine. And I think what I'll try, because of how cramped this is, I'll try and squeeze a 5th miner in here. I mean, if it doesn't fit, I can just move stuff around and then it'll work. There we go, I think that's okay. Yep, that works. Excellent. Out of iron. We have plenty being produced now. Soon the pollution will extend to the biters and we will all die. I don't know how we'll fare in terms of lag with that. So I know usually biter activity causes lag. Just dump this onto the belt. But I could just put it into a furnace, that would make more sense really. I happen to have some spare inserters. Yep, we're doing amazingly in terms of lag. This is better than a mass days. Once we've done logistics, we'll do turrets, probably. What else do we have, actually? Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. I don't know how quickly they will attack. There's a fair bit of forest in between us and them, luckily. We seem to have fared well with the map generation in that way. It's sort of funneling all the pollution. We'd have to get through this thing to actually reach the base, so that's good. A bit more power here. So yeah, sticking on the outside makes more sense. And we've got the copper smelting going operational. We probably... it seems like this direction would be a good one to build the factory, and it's a nice open space. Over there it's a little bit more awkward in terms of lakes until you get like there where there's trees and biters and stuff. I'll have a quick explore, I think. Could probably work on setting up a radar as well. For the moment, good old bit of wandering about should get us the information we need. Basically, I want to see how far away the biters are. Oh, there is a desert over here, though. Not so great pollution-wise. Yeah, well, I was the issue in a mass, but I haven't changed much since then. I did... Wait, I think I got my new PC. Yeah, I got my new PC after a mass, though. That might be a part of it. It might be a problem that, like, it wasn't my internet that was causing the problem, it was the laptop, in which case, it should be fine now. Ooh, there's a base. Looks like a tiny one, though. Oh, there's 2. But they're both a single spawner, so that's the sort of thing we could just, like, run in and deal with if we needed to. There's plenty of iron and copper over here. And coal, everything, really. Except stone, actually. Random patch of marsh here. Yeah, I don't much like this desert. It's not huge, though. Turns back into forest. If we go north, it looks like it stays a little bit more deserty. Yeah, there's plenty of stone back at base for the moment. We might want to do a lot of landfilling to deal with all the horrible fragmented lakes around the place. Yeah, the one good thing about the terrain segmentation is that like, this desert doesn't last very long before it just turns back into forest again. Because everything's such a mess. One of the bases there. No worms, though, so that shouldn't be a nightmare to deal with, but we'll need a fair bit more firepower to not die at the hands of the many tiny biters that will run at us. Have I ever played City Skylines? Yes, I have. I never made any videos, though. I was sort of intending to, but never really got round to it. I was later to the party than everyone else. I wasn't particularly urgent with playing it. I just left it for a while. I think I got it on offer, even. Power problem incoming, apparently. I've done most of the exploring I can at this point. I'll have a little bit of a poke around in the southeast corner, and then report back and see what's going on. Auto-saving. Seems like it's set to maybe every 4 minutes, because I swear we just did one, but that's not a problem. More backups. There's so many trees. This is terrible. And in back in like 0.11, trees were impossible to navigate through. You just won't be able to walk through this at all. As it is, it's still terrible. What's the time? That's not too bad. I was sort of thinking of stopping in like an hour from now. I'll see how things go, though. Might be able to go longer, depends. I live in the UK. So when you say North America or Europe, the answer is I'm not sure yet. We'll find out. I mean, definitely not North America, but we don't know about the rest. We're working on it. More desert down here, annoyingly. Have a bit of a poke around here, and then loop back round to loop back round to the base. For me, it is currently just about to hit 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I am on British summertime. Because we're weird and decided not to stick with GMT all the time. I mean, I don't know how many countries do that exactly. But it seems at this point mostly pointless, really. Just adds confusion. Especially because I know the US does it as well, but they do it at a different time, and it happened like while we were recording a mass, so we were constantly like, okay, so this time it's 7, you know, it's 5 PM for you. Even though last week it was 4 PM, now it's 5, and then later on it's like, and now it's back to 4 again. Time is fun. We go forging my way back through this thing. Looking forward to getting a shotgun, because I'm not going to use a flamethrower on this. Whole thing will burn. How's everything going? So looking very well organised. Plenty of iron to grab. Excellent. I was pressing shift rather than control, like a derp. Oh, managed to... We've got 6 miners. Excellent. I will see about getting some iron storage. Let's send it this way. I think maybe we should do it over the top. Just to make this more extendable. Ah, it doesn't matter. We'll just... Oh, we haven't invented underground belts yet. We're working on it. I will help by contributing to the science production a little bit. Seems like they're on top of it, but I'll just add some in. I might mess up the numbers, but whatever. We'll need thousands of these by the time we finish the game. Can we move the... Oh, that's a good point. The Factorio chat is in the bottom, so it might be better if I put the stream chat up in the top. And actually, that's something I can just change on the fly. Let's do that. No, that should work. Nothing exploded or anything. Fantastic. There we go, double the science. I'll extend these by a little bit more, so we're getting the maximum smelting we can. I'm manually crafting all the gears and the circuits and everything. Extend the power as well. Oh, we can almost cover all of it there, but not quite. Like that is fine. I don't think this will extend that much more. I mean, the copper's there, and also we're mining this as fast as we possibly can. There we go, science is done. I can now make underground belts. For what it matters. It doesn't matter that much, really. But I wanted one, so shush. There we go. I'll just get like a fast inserter. Wooden chest. I was going to make an iron chest, but no. Never make iron chests. They're the worst. They're only like your best kind of chest for 5 minutes, and then you're just stuck with them forever. There we go. We can now build up our supply of iron. And this copper coal line is going to be interesting. I feel like setting up a filtration system. They're always fun. What have you missed so far? Lots of messing about trying to get a server working, until eventually we managed to get a server working. By drastically limiting it to by invitation only. We'll attempt to sort of improve on that in future. I just set up like another storage thing here for the copper. The iron chest can interact with networks now, but so can wooden ones, so what does that matter? Not sure what to do next. Maybe steel or military or logistics and just like gun for... Oh no, that takes green. So that's not happening. I'm too popular. Why, thank you. The stream is going well. Almost 300 viewers. Which is cool. It's funny because I never really streamed Factorio. I was always like, no, the streaming is for the other games. And I'll stick to videos with it. And then I'm like, oh, but everyone watches if I stream Factorio. And like, I put up the live streaming poll. Yeah, I usually keep the autosaves at 20 minutes rather than 4, but it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, I put up the streaming poll, which I will now post in the chat. And I was surprised to find that no one cares about Planet Base at all. Because it was one of the big games that I'd streamed. And then I put it to a vote and everyone was like, nope, don't like it. So there it is. If anyone else who wants to vote on it. Factorio is winning, of course. Everyone's being really nice and complimentary in the chat. You're so nice. Oh, this needs upgrading. Not really urgently, but whatever. There we go. Looks like all is going well. We're building up a good supply. We can probably start working on setting up some science production. I think I will do that. Also, we need to invent lights, because I can't see. Yeah, the order the vote list is in is nearly the order that people voted in. It was because it was what came to my mind first. And of course I started with Factorio, went from there, went to more and more obscure things. Nobody wants to watch, gods will be watching. Sad, because I like that game. I never finished it though. I got to like the 3rd mission, I think. I think it was the 3rd or the 4th. I don't know. I'm just gonna bring these over here. Merge them together. We can start getting a mini production facility operational. This is what I usually do. I start with the nice square of production. I'll get circuits, gears, and red science packs operational. Then while that's in place, I can start working on the proper full-scale factory. I might space this differently, actually. The thing is, Prioritus is just watching like, what is he doing? I don't know. Yes, that is the correct thing. I will attempt to signal what I'm doing using the placement of these. Now it should make sense. So I can probably move this in more. Because usually I end up like putting in a chest for it, but it really doesn't matter. So just get our nice mini production line. Just getting the basic amount of construction done. Faster than light is FTL, yes. Get some power over here. I have 1 power pole left. There we go. I was running off to grab more copper so I could make more power poles, and I went in the complete wrong direction. We finished military, let's see. I keep gravitating towards logistics because I know it leads to trains, but we can't do it yet. We need green. I might... oh, we're doing electronics. I think I'll stick optics in there after so we can get some lights. Might be ready next time it's night time. Well, we can now practically fully supply on iron. I'll not take all of it, because the other guys want some, of course. Yes, there will be liquid transporting cargo wagons in the future. The plan is for them to be in 0.14. They were going to be in 0.13, but they got pushed back because they were working on various other features with the trains. They wanted to make sure it was all working first, before they started adding in any more in that respect. What mods do I currently use? None. I usually stick to vanilla. I've done mods before, like in the multiplayer stuff. And I do intend to do more mod stuff in future, but I've just never got round to it. I've been so busy just like having fun with the vanilla game. I think I might try like resource spawner overhaul and marathon mod and things like that. Because I've always wanted the game to last longer before like the science runs out and stuff like that. There we go, we've got gear and circuit production operational. You can set up red signs wherever you like. I was thinking of like changing it and putting in a big main bus later anyway, so we can just have whatever in place and it'll be fine. We've already got walls being made. Excellent. There's the pollution. Still pretty much fine. It's got thicker in the centre, but it's still not managed to spread much further thanks to all the trees in the way. Also, I will set up a radar so we can start scanning stuff. Well, there's already one there. Oh well. I will set up another one for extra scanning. I'll like move this one down to the corner so we get more coverage. Once you start doing everything everywhere, you usually stick to that. I mean, I can start setting up a main bus over here if you like. This is where I'm thinking. Big open space. Fairly far away from biters. Relative to other stuff anyway. And then later on hook in proper like 2 belts of iron, 2 belts of copper, that sort of thing. Got a random bit of copper cable, let's go put that in the assembler. I guess this is for science. I'll set that running. Problem is this insert is too good. I will downgrade it so the copper can actually get through. There we go. That works. I mean, I could have put like a splitter or whatever and then it would have just been like 50-50. Well, that solves it. So whatever. Oh, the stone is in the way of where we could expand the copper. That's annoying. I mean, it is being mined. But it's really dense. Ooh. Are you prefer to do a town style? We could do that sort of thing. Works fairly well for it. There's plenty of trees which will protect the individual towns in terms of pollution and stuff. So many deposits around as well. I guess all the settings are just normal. We'll have to see about getting more iron soon, though. Perhaps that one to the west there. There's one to the east as well. They're roughly similar in distance. The one to the west is smaller, but I sort of feel more safe about it. It's not like bordering on a desert surrounded by biters. I'll go scout it a little bit better. Yeah, I did a Bombs Mod series in multiplayer with a bunch of other YouTubers. Oh, so you did have lower deposit frequency, increased size and richness. I think it's hard to tell at the moment because the resource generation is just borked. I just like the map generation in general. Okay, so there is a biter base just beyond this deposit, as it turns out. I don't see worms. I see 4 normal bases. Yeah, it's a good idea actually. Have towns works well when you have multiple people because you can have them responsible for different towns in the network. Now that one has a worm. Okay, this place is looking less ideal now, as it turns out. Have a quick look south as well. Yeah, Factorio en masse was the Bob's Mod series. There's not so much around here. But yeah, those 2 biter bases are annoying. And there's like no trees in between the deposit and them. So they'll have to be tackled. I mean, we have turrets researched. We can set up some defenses and probably be okay. Let's see what else there is around. There's one up there, but that's no good. And that one there. I think biters are guarding all of them. This distance isn't much less than this distance. With the desert, it makes it worse. I can't decide. They're both good. And they'll go for the one in the west. It's in a greener area, it's nicer. Both is a good idea. We'll start sitting up here, I think. I will make my way back, gather up supplies, and start forging out the power lines and such. Ooh, we're at exactly 300 viewers. Awesome. Thank you all for watching. Let's hoover up some of this stuff. I'll get some storage chests going. This might mess up them actually loading onto the belt, but currently the belt isn't really doing that much. So I'll just see how it fares. Basically find out which one gets priority. Oh, electronics done. Automation 2. Oh yeah, that doesn't require greens. Yeah, that's a good idea. Of course, we need it to actually get green science. There we go, I've managed to resupply to my favourite amount of iron. And copper. Excellent. Okay, yeah, the chests have taken precedence with the loading. I don't know if that's a huge problem. Oh no, it is, because we need the gears for the science. Hold on. I'll change it. Let me do it this way. I'll break this for a moment. Move it down a square. That still works. I'll get rid of this, just have it unload into a chest. And then unload onto the belt. And I managed to... Oh no, wait, that doesn't work. Oops. I've messed it up slightly. What I can do... Aha! If I do that... Don't worry, I'm working on it. I'll get it working again. I messed it up slightly. I don't need that. I can put this here. I can have the chest there. Don't worry, it's fine. It's fine, shush. So good, shush. It's not a problem. There we go. Oh, and I need loading. I managed to get rid of that, just by accident. Right, now we'll... Oh. I guess that works. I mean, it doesn't actually need to go into that assembler, because it immediately then goes into it from that direction. But whatever, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, priority 2 is getting rid of it. Multiplayer Factorio, everyone. Complete confusion and messing up of everything. This is how it goes. I broke it slightly. The idea was that we would have it in storage so we could get a proper supply up. I would have used filter inserters on the end of the belt, but we didn't. Oh, we now... Okay. In the meantime, I think since I started setting it up, we may have acquired filter inserters and invalidated everything I was doing. Oops. Well, I'll do it for the circuits, because they are still not right. We can set this to circuits. There we go. I'll not limit it. There's not that much point. Usually I do, but it's usually for rubbish reasons. Right, yes, anyway, so I was going to go over to that deposit over there. I need to grab... I need more wood, actually. We'll chop down some trees. Who's the other guy? The three players we have, it's me, Paradisu, and Paper Plane, who is currently called Dragon Killer or whatever. How long am I going to play? Let me see what the time is. Like another 40 minutes is the plan. I may go longer. We'll see. Oh, we have some defenses apparently. North and east. Excellent. I will commence my journey over to our new iron supply in the west. I'm not judging you, don't worry. It is not the modern me that came up with the name Mangled Pork. That name was made 4 years ago, and I sort of wish I hadn't done it. I wish I'd just been Bentham, or something like that. Like, the absolute worst part, the problem is, someone asks you what you do, and you say you make YouTube videos, and then they ask you for the channel name, and you have to say to them, in whatever current setting you're in, it's called Mangled Pork. And then you have to follow that with, I can explain. Oh, and yeah. How did I do what? Make the name? I don't know if you're talking about something else. I'm gonna grab some gears. How's this running? The limiting factor is the, I think, rate of gear unloading. So I will switch this to a fast inserter. Now it's going much quicker. Excellent. How's this going? Limiting factor is the copper wire, and that appears to be unloading as well, which I should have expected, really. I've got a standard inserter loading the stuff. You probably need more than one fast inserter, really. There we go. Basically running the whole time, I think. Now what's limiting it? Oh, it is still copper wire, actually. Just in case it makes a difference, I'll add a slight bit more loading here. But I think it might already be at its limit, really. We'll see if it makes a difference. Nah, it's still copper wire that's causing the trouble. Oh, have we, oh, we haven't got Automation 2 quite yet, but once we do, we can upgrade that assembler. I mean, we'll probably completely change this in future anyway. I forgot to actually grab the gears after saying that. There we go. Okay, right words. words. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. The point always comes when my voice is like, nope, we're done. I need to actually bring the power poles over. So just like grab the nearest one and set off into the sort of unknown, but not really. I appreciate it, odd one out, as I guess your name is. Let's see how this works. Is this going to even function properly? I'm just going to manually place it here to make sure it doesn't do stupid things. There we go, should be alright. Whoop. If I don't get stuck on trees. More trees. There we go, we're through. And over to the iron deposit. Oh no, there's more trees. No. That one's okay. Right, I don't have any miners, so let's make some. I can change my name, yes, but it's what everyone knows me by. It will be... it's awkward. And it's still the case that if people actually search Bentham, they come across... like, the place in Manchester, and the philosopher of the same name. And stuff. So for the moment I leave it. One day I will perhaps switch to just Bentham, but today is not that day. I'm just start vaguely setting up a structure here. Even though at the moment just any sort of mining will do. Try and space it fairly nicely. That's 10. I'll move this one. Put it down here, that makes sense. And 1,000,000 belts. And paper is also bringing some, because we will need many to get all this transported back. We probably want to smelt back at the main base just to avoid pollution over here. I'll just maneuver through the forest. Well, not maneuver, I'll just smash through the forest. Is the better term. Oop, made a weird noise there. Something to do with multiplayer, I guess. Making me place 1,000,000 belts for a moment. I don't think it's in Manchester. I think it's near somewhere. There's just like some little village called Bentham. Just break my way through this. I've realised that I've lined up this belt with where I put the power pole, so I'll just do a quick sidestep. I mean, it doesn't matter anymore. Keeping the belt straight is basically out of habit and aesthetic. Because it used to be the case that corners actually slowed down the flow of items on belts. And then they fixed it, and it doesn't anymore. Right, we'll just bring a bunch of power through the middle here. There we go. And this is certainly going to generate a bunch of pollution, so I will immediately start setting up some defensive turrets. I didn't bring any walls. I should have brought walls. Okay, I will quickly just set up like 3, and then run off, grab some walls, come back and set up some more permanent stuff. I'm also going to put all the ammo I own into these guns. There we go. Bunch more belts, though. Not exactly quick enough to build them as I go. But they'll be there for next time. Oh, and here comes Paper's belts. I will divert to join them. Excellent. And is incoming. Pyro's over to, I guess, probably set up some of the defenses. Unnecessary realism. Yes, that is a good way of putting it. Oh, that was the term I came up with for everything in Bob's Mods. Go. Got a nice proper array set up here for stuff. Yeah, they just reverted my previous thing, my previous screw up with all the gears. Probably for the best. Oh, we have Automation 2 now, so I can start upgrading some of these assemblers, get things moving a little bit quicker. There we go. Everything's now just a smidge faster. I don't think this one needs to be upgraded, but I'm going to do it anyway. Also, this is out of coal. I will top it up while I go grab more coal. Oh, actually, it doesn't look like we have enough coal. I will go set up some new mining. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We only need 8 of these steam engines, so I think I'll do a bit of rearranging in a minute to improve the power situation. At the moment it might be starting to suffer just because of the coal, but we'll get it upgraded anyway. We need to move this for a moment, which will shut it down even more. 2 seconds while I replace it. There we go. It's annoying how there's just not quite enough room between the water and the deposit to have a full 8 engines. Yeah, there's gonna be there's gonna be a minute where the power dies while the coal catches up. But it will ultimately recover, so it's fine. Ultimately, I will help kickstart it by just stealing some of this and putting it into the power. Bit of damage control. There we go. All the boilers running, power is once again fine. Yeah, we've got quite a few miners suddenly hooked up to it, so it took a bit of a beating all of a sudden. I could use landfills, yeah. They use so much stone, though. It's crazy. And to a certain extent it's cheating. It's sort of a last resort thing, really, or it should be. I sort of forgot about the defences over at the iron deposit. Yeah, it looks like Pyro has bolstered it a little bit more. It should recover eventually. It's just taking a while for the system to fill back up again, but I've tripled the coal production, so it should be fine. This is coming along well. Made it expandable as well for the for electric furnaces in future. There we go. And we're getting a big upgrade to the red science production. So I'll help along a little bit. In ways I know can't be messing it up, surely. You learn how to sort of correctly assist in multiplayer. Because it's a case of like working out what the particular builder is doing, and then just adding to that. Because if multiple people all try and build like a system that does the same thing, they will build it differently. In a certain way, it's a good thing about Factorio. Of like there are just so many options. for any particular problem, but everyone has a different solution. But it makes multiplayer confusing when multiple people are trying to achieve the same thing in different ways. Alright, it looks like I saw a bit of power fluctuation. Yeah, the power is... We've managed to get it fully operational, but it's not enough, so I will start adding in some more. Maybe there's a better place to put this. Perhaps here. But the further we go that way, the closer we are to that patch of desert, which is just going to get all polluted. We could put it up here. I want it to be sort of sheltered by the trees if possible. I might set up a second one down by the other coal deposit. Ah, we just finished steel processing. Excellent. Also, I need to quickly just like grab the contents of these things. So I can load these properly. The coal still hasn't built up. I'm going to put in even more miners, I think. I mean, there's no reason not to. There we go. A little bit slapdash, but whatever. It works. Already working on armor crafting too. Excellent. Have to see about getting some steel, furnacing, smelting. That's the word. Operational. Now we could put some steam engines down here, maybe. I don't know how much better they'd fit. It's a similar situation, really. I just want to like designate some huge open area to be like all of this is steam. Maybe this bit over here. This is a big space. The water doesn't line up perfectly, but it's good. Definitely fit everything we want in here. Maybe in this alternate universe there is no friction. Is there a way to join the server? No, we limited it to 3 people because we were having loads of trouble with like a public game limited to 5. People were joining who had terrible internet connections, and so we weren't actually able to move. It was just like a cycle of people who couldn't join because the connection was too terrible, but they were stopping the game by trying to connect. And so on and so forth. So we limited it to 3. Pirate is who set up the server. And invited me and Paper Plane. Now the coal doesn't, well, it's sort of like a split priority thing. Rather than just going like via the furnaces to the boilers, it does go. It just sort of gets split. Yeah, I'm putting in more miners now, and it should turn out fine. What's the time? 20 minutes till I assess whether to continue for any more time or not. I want to get this operational again. We need steel for a steel chest, and we don't have any of that right now. Oh, that's the point. Is it's still a standard inserter over there, or it was. So I guess that was part of it. Oh, but yeah, the other inserter isn't quick enough either. How much does it take to invent loading and not loading, stack inserters? Let me see. Oh, there it is. It's a new research. Oh, it takes 150 green science. Yeah, that's not a thing we're going to immediately get then. It seems to be faring okay, actually, at the moment. Yes, a new steam engine column. I think this is probably the best spot around the east side of this bit of water. I'll have to do a little bit of piping around to get the water in the right place. I mean, what I could do is landfill this And then we'd have a nice straight line of water, but that's not really that much of a problem. I will get these steam engines produced. More science is done. We've now got armor crafting too, so once we've actually got a decent amount of steel production, we'll be able to get ourselves some really good armor. This is where we line up with, so let's run it back along here. So right about there. I'll get an underground pipe. I usually like to leave a gap here. Makes things easier. It's like 5 squares. I do everything in 5s with the steam engine columns because it makes it really easy to change the length of anything. I think I'll also put a gap back here, just to make it easy enough to walk through the place. Yeah, the 1 turret at the iron mine will probably not be enough to deal with the biters. Once I've got this running, I will go over and check on the place. I mean, I know that one of them's armoured, and well, there are 3. So that helps. But yeah, I'll go over there and improve the situation shortly. Get all this connected up. Everything's 5 squares, so it works out nicely. And then we'll just bring this up to the rest of the network. And then we'll get some coal mining going on that deposit there as well, I think. Bring it up to here. Not quite enough. Oh, it's so close. That's so annoying. Do like that. And then we can start working on getting rid of this coal here, because having it merged with the copper deposit doesn't work too well. I will have some fun with filters later, but for now we'll just mine the bottom of it. Go over here for this one. And then I need many belts. There we go. Swing it around the lake. Then from here we'll go up, specifically from there. And run it along here. Now what we need to do is get this connected up to the power, and we will have twice the power we had before. Once it gets down there, that'll set it all going. Yes, in the meantime, we're short on power, so I'll quickly kickstart the thing, so we've got something going. There we go. That might even be enough. Yep, the power's looking okay now. I've not even got half of it running, but it's enough to keep it going full pelt while the coal runs along the belt. And this one's going fine now. Steel's coming along nicely. I'll leave it for the moment and only take it when I really need to. I think when my pickaxe runs out, I'll run over and steal the steel for that. Got doubled up gear production now. Ardisu's working on green science. All is well. Give him some extra belts. Speed up the work, hopefully. Assuming that was at all his plan. And once we get green, we can start working on trains. Yes. All that matters in this world. I'm going to try and keep this stone being mined by just adding in another chest. Because I feel like we might want to build here later, and it'll be annoying if it's still sat around. Right, I will go visit our iron deposit in the west and probably set up some defences this time. I will take all of the walls. I think when I come back I'll probably work on adding some more wall production in. Yeah, town sounds fun. It works well for multiplayer, because then you can have different people working on different towns. And there's certain ways you can have multiplayer work in other senses. Like having people dedicated to specific jobs is always a good idea. Like have one person whose job it is to manage like raw material mining. One guy that manages like the rail system maybe. One guy that works on science. Like at the moment I don't know actually. I think it's Paper Plane that's working on science. I'm not really sure, I've just left it to him. Oh, actually there's no science being done at the moment. I'll set something up. Optics. Oh, there's no research button. Oh, did they break it again? They broke the research button again. Maybe other people can see it, but I can't. Yeah, it's there for all these ones. Oh no, it's because optics has already been done. I was just being a derp. What should we do? We're actually mostly done with everything. I'll do bullet shooting speed. Mining's going well. I think I need to balance it though. Okay, so Pyro is working on the science. Oh, it's changed to logistics too. Is the green operational? I imagine it will be momentarily. Do we have... we don't have the better ammo quite yet. I think that requires a fair bit more research. I did forget to start crafting this stuff, so I will work on that. Now, advanced material processing needs steel, so... we'll be working on steel in the meantime anyway. Ended up with some random ore. I will just dump this. I've actually got a fair bit of smelting operational. All of the miners are running. How to arrange this? The miners are coming from these locations, basically. I'll pull this back a bit, just so we have a smaller area that we need to defend. Get it as compact as possible. Once we have enough walls, I'll just completely contain this place. Oh, apparently steel's doing well. I want to try and make the spacing nice for future work. Right, what I'm thinking is, if Pyro is okay with it, I think we might continue for another hour, maybe. I think we're all right for time at the moment. We've got some nice spacing of these. Shouldn't be enough to keep the biters off them. And put 10 ammo in each. Yeah, I think we'll have another hour before we finish. So it might be a good time for us to take a short break. I might leave like this the game running in the meantime. So I'll be alright, they're here. Unless they want to wander off for a minute. Might get attacked by biters in the meantime. $95 steel already, excellent. Yeah, we're already most of the way there to getting us all some heavy armor. Okay, yes, I think we're going to go to a 5-minute break. In the meantime, we could try setting up voice chat. That seems like a good idea. Before Pyro and Paper just, like, kill me. From the infuriation. Oh, we're at 333 viewers. We've got half the devil present, or whatever. Yeah, I will, as we go to the break, I'm just going to stand on one end of this belt here, and find out where it takes me, because I don't even know. So yes, I will be back in 5 minutes. We'll have the train.